Hi guys, I am going to make a video to show you how to take the mass of an object. So you're going to need a balance, and this balance here is a 4-beam balance. And I know it's a 4-beam balance because it has 4 beams. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're probably used to seeing 3-beam balances, and everything is exactly the same except for on this 3rd beam right here, you are going to have the individual graduations instead of on this 4th beam here. So you're going to get one more decimal place of accuracy with this 4-beam balance. You're going to be able to measure to the thousandths place. Okay. Before we get to that though, let's just make sure you understand how it works. So before I start, I want to make sure that it's not moving, and you want to make sure this lines up exactly with 0. If it doesn't line up exactly with 0, we're calling that calibrating, and you want to move this handle right here the way that you need to get it to match up. So if it's a little below the line, which it is right now, I want to turn it up. And then you have to wait for it to quit moving and see if it's balanced. But it's not balanced yet, so I'm going to move it up a little more. So that's about perfect right there. So then what you're going to do, so you're going to weigh your object. I have a glue stick I'm going to weigh. I'm going to set it on the tray. And then our goal is to again make that equal to 0. So I'm going to move over the bars. I'm going to start with the back one. Now this tells me that the glue stick weighs less than 100 grams, so I'm going to push that back. And I'm going to try the second one. It's more than 10. More than 20, more than 30. Oh, it's about 40. Let's see. It's more than 50. So I know that I need to put that back on the 40. The reason I need to put it back on the 40 is because when I moved it to the 50, it went all the way down to the bottom. Okay. So now I use the ones. And you can go. So it's somewhere between 41 grams and 42 grams. Okay, so I'm going to put it back on the 1. And this is where the details come in. I'm going to move this itty bitty guy. This balance, you need to be patient because this is very sensitive. It measures to the hundredths place. So we have to just move it ever so slightly until we get it exactly where we want it. Now this part is super important. So I've got it there, I think. So it's still swinging a bit, but you can see that it's basically right on the mark there. Okay. Oh, you can see that the back one says 50, so or 0. So I'm going to take 0 plus 40 plus 1, and then I'm going to read this little tiny guy right here. So that is 41.1, and it's 0.1 because of this guy right here. And then this first line right here tells me it's 0.11. So 0.11, and then I guess one more digit. Now the way I'm seeing it is between the 0.1 and 0.2, but it's almost the 0.2. So I'm going to say it's 41.118. That last digit I'm guessing on. If we have a slightly different number, that should be fine. But I definitely think it's more than halfway, but it's not quite to the 0.02. So this is what your paper is going to look like, and on the quiz this is what it's going to look like. So you have a paper version. So I'm going to take this number here, and I'm going to take this number here, and then I'm going to take this. So we know that this is 620, and then this right here is 622. This right here is 633. So it's not quite to the 3 yet, so it's 622 point. And then if you count those little lines, each of those little lines is going to be the 10th. So I'm pretty confident it's exactly on that 9 line. And so if I'm confident that it's exactly on the 9 line, I'm going to write a 0. If I think it's a little over, I'm going to put like 9.1, 9.2, something like that. If I think it's a little less, then I would have put 0.8988. Okay. So on this next one, we have 50 and 100. And so it's 150. And then it's between the 3 and the 4. So 153. And then point how many ever little lines that is. And I find it's going to be easier to go 9, 8, 7. So I think it's really close to that 7. I would either say 70 or 153.69 would be acceptable there.